There's a nice high kick there. There's looks a little, not sure what happened there. Kind of some big popos got in the way there, couldn't quite see that. But Uawa have regathered the ball with Mo Nuku regathers, and Richardson out to the first 5 there, not sure there. Tani Maguire gives it out to Pihi Feely under immense pressure from Matakaua. Red numbers are swamping the Uawa line there. Very good work from Matakaua there as Honi Haere were just, Josh King, sorry, whānau, Josh King I think his name is. Just left the ball behind there. So unfortunate mistake there for Matakaua. Did great work there to sort of secure their ball and push Uawa off the pill, but just a little hand mistake early on let them down there. But so now Uawa has the scrum feed just past the halfway, just on the halfway really. So interesting start there all of a sudden. Matakaua showing their intent, really going to get numbers to the ball there. There's a nice solid scrum. There's a little bit of movement there, getting a bit twisted there. So Matakaua looking fairly strong. They don't lack any popos anyway, Matakaua. Matakaua full of, if you look to their bench, I've seen some of their bench, Aaron Reid, Aaron King, all the big boys in Matakaua. They're not shy of popos anyway. Again, here we go. So reset. A little bit messy there as they're sorting out their sort of early stages of the scrum. So these are important stages here. Who's got the muscle? Who wants it in the forwards? That's all we want to see as they go sort of lift up there. Matakaua sort of goes nowhere that scrum as he feeds out to Smith. To Maguire, there's a little shimmy, sort of gets around the first man as P. Feely sort of takes it up the guts as he normally does. Doesn't usually like to pass it, or Mr. Feely just usually likes to run hard. Or as Matakaua sort of interfere with the play, and the referee's called an advantage there as it surged down the sideline. Not quite sure who that is on the sideline there, but it chips it ahead. Plenty of numbers, red numbers, men back there to sort of carry it back as Richard Upanu, I think they hoofs it down the middle of the field. BJ Sydney retrieves that. So in a good position to attack now, Sydney, as he looks in, shimmy left, shimmy right, passes out to 23, I don't know if I've got his name, is that Tuffield Stewart? I'm not sure, I know, Valane Whakataka, not sure, again our numbers are not sort of totally correct in what the names and numbers that they're giving me, but anyway, Uawa hot on attack now. Matakaua having to defend as number 7. Paddy, they haven't given me a last name, so it might be Paddy Samoa Tonga, not sure where he's from, but he's from Uawa for now. And as they sort of surge up the middle there, Uawa, so good little ball retention there, as again, Paddy Harmore up the middle again, retains the ball for Uawa. Red defence is going to be tested here as, nice pop from Silk Calvert. Nice tackle there from the number 20 for, no, haven't got a name for number 20. So we'll just say Piki Tangata again, because they're full of big fellas over here, Matakaua. There's no shortage of big boys, as I said earlier. So there was a good tackle to sort of put pressure on, good defence there from Matakaua. Being able to nullify the Uawa attack there. So this is going to be an exciting game, whānau, as Matakaua have the defensive scrum just inside their 22, showing their 10 early, as I was saying before. They're going to really muscle this game up. Good scrum there from Uawa, put a bit of pressure on as Apanui kicks it downfield. Nice big punt, that's what you want, a good first fighter kicker. Beautiful kick there, taking them well past the halfway, I'd say, as Colin Shanks sort of goes up the sideline and calls it out right on the halfway, I think he's called right there. So very good kick from Richard Apanu, right on his try line in fact. So he sent them 50 metres up the field. Beautiful kick. So that could be the difference today. The kicking game could be the difference. We've seen over the last few games that Uawa's got a little bit of a weakness on the kicking front, as they not straight, I would say there. And is the referee going to call it up? No, Chris Wano hasn't seen that. As Harley Phillips charges up the middle again, his normal trademark move there. Harley Phillips, as Richardson clears out to Smith, as a Whakarai Henare at the back there, sort of little fumble, regathers, gives a bit of a shimmy. Nice work from Whakarai Henare. He's a very good player there, Whakarai, as they get swamped by a couple of Uawa players. Good defence, good support from his red forwards there. Hone Haidewa sort of launches up the middle there, gets tripped up by Newbley, Mr. Dan Newbley, and they've been awarded a penalty here, coming in from the wrong side, not coming in from the back there, as Mr. Buchanan, Ryan Buchanan, East Coast halfback, was looking to have a quick tap there. Mr. Apanui, looks to kick here. Send his team right down the field, and they're coming just in front of us here on the camera side here with Kim Cranswell marks the line about 5 metres into the Uawa half. So a lot of movement early on in this game there. Looking very even so far. So far we have, so no score. Your coverage has been brought by Uawa Live. I'm your commentator, Richard Tuhaga. Dexter Wadu is our cameraman and master extraordinaire on the camera and everything else, as Justin Allen lurches up the field there. Richardson clears out to Smith, who chips the Sapawanga style kick again for the winger. Who's our winger? Is that Tafil Stewart? I'm not sure. But Matakaua do well. They regather that and clean that out now, and they've got plenty of numbers here ready and willing to sort of take it up. As a little bit tackled earlier, I thought there possibly, but no, it's been knocked on as Maguire regathers, and they've got good support there from his forwards, and they send it out now as Allen there, who looks to, good offload there to 23 of Uawa there. I'm not quite sure who that is. Good surge there from Uawa. Nice offloads. Is that a try? And that is a try. Some good interplays going on there. Some good hands offloading. Uawa score early, showing their willingness to run. And in fact, the last 3 games they've been willing to run under all trying conditions. They ran it in the wind, they ran it in the rain, and now they're running it under beautiful conditions here. Hardly plenty of clouds in the sky, but not affecting. Sun's coming through. It's a beautiful day here, no wind. So they're chancing their arm early, Uawa, backing themselves. So I guess they've gained a lot of confidence over the last few weeks. So there was a good interchange of hands there, good offloads, sort of last minute offloads. Matakaua unable to sort of deny them that try there. Hayden Pardo scored there. Thank you from Zach Oromir, who's just given us the Hayden Pardo scored that try there. So good interchange of hands. So the first score goes to Uawa, 5-0, as Kelvin Sapawanga Smith looks to line up the kick. Not sure, let's see if he does better today. I would say, let's wait and see. Beautiful kick. So they've already improved their kicking from the previous weeks. It was atrocious, their kicking over the last few weeks. So straight away, 1 from 1. That's almost better than their statistics from the last few weeks. I was sure they had like none from 50 kicks. But anyway, good kick there from Mr. Smith, as Matakaua now come into the middle of the field and restart. But early days yet. Nothing's been won yet. It's not over till the fat lady sings, as they say. But there's plenty of fat ladies singing around here anyway, but singing the praises of Uawa, I think, and Matakaua. But as Richard Apanui, it's going to be short. That's not going to go 10. As Dan Noobley, it did go 10. So it's given an advantage to Uawa here, as I think somebody knocked that on there. So very, good work there really in the end from the Uawa. Good kick in the end too. I didn't think that was going to go 10. But here we are now, sort of right on the 10-metre line. Uawa ball. So in a position now, still a good attacking position really, as they sort of settle into their paces now, as just warming up, sort of jostling about, working each other out. There's Colin Shanks in front of us now, the touch judge here, one-time international referee. Not sure who he refereed in the international. Maybe Barbados and Samoa. But as they Uawa feed it out to their backs and looking to run it up the middle, is Tapihi, the big man, Feely. Loses it there. It's one of my favourite backs there in their team there, Tapihi Feely. No bias, even though just because he's a token man, there's no bias, it's just because he's a good player. And now Matakaua have been awarded a penalty. Not sure what lost ball there, maybe just playing it on the ground. Richard Apanui looking to find the sideline. Very good kick there. Very good for Matakaua to have a very good first 5 who can really boot that ball down and send your forwards right down the field. Really saves a lot of energy from having to muscle up the middle of the field. So it's really integral that you do have a good first 5 who can really sort of get you territory is what you really want. So now we have Matakaua. They look about 10 metres out from the try line. A perfect position now for them to score and to show their width and their back line. They've got It looked like a reasonable, pretty back line there. They'll be looking to attack, I would say. I would say this would be off the top. Although, Matakaua don't mind rumbling it up the middle as well. So it wouldn't surprise me if they sort of did oh no, see off the top there. As I said, out to Apanui. A little bit of a laboured pass from Buchanan there. Didn't really set the back line alight. Not very sharp on the pass there. Not sure what referee Chris Wano was saying there. Something didn't quite go right. But Uawa have been awarded the scrum down, maybe possibly not straight. Looked like he was talking about some sort of angling in there. Oh, not straight. Yes, there he is, waving his hands in the air. He was signalling to the plane that it can land. So Uawa have a defensive scrum now. I'd pretty much say it's going to go to the first 5 Smith there. We'll look to hoof it downfield. And yes, he does. And not a bad kick. Is it going to go out? As Sean Skinny White Legs Hicks Bay all day looks to run up the field. He's a very good, I'm not sure of his last name, I've forgotten his last name, but he's a very good player there, Sean Hicks Bay all day. And, Buchanan he drops that ball, but he hasn't been called up for it. So we've got number 20, not even sure what number 20's name is. Matakaua is a little bit messy from Matakaua at the moment. And, but they've been fortunate enough, there's been a knockdown from Uawa there. So they've resulted in a scrum for Matakaua. So again, another good position here. I'm sure they would take the chances from a scrum. As some of the sideline don't agree with the ref calls, but that's always the case. Nobody ever agrees with the ref calls. But anyway, here we are. Good attacking position again. Right inside the Uawa first half. As Matakaua again got a good looking sort of forward pack there. They'll be looking to sort of surge up. I'd say this is a good position to do a bit of an 8-9, sort of try and create an overlap. And there we go, good scrum there. I know, straight out to the first 5 visit, and Buchanan to Apanui, who tries to do a bit of a pop pass, but the man wasn't quite there. But they've managed to do well to sort of secure their ball there, Matakaua. As again they feed out to who's that, Haidua, out to Sean Hicks Bay all day. Get those skinny little white legs moving. They're pretty strong, you know. They look pretty deceptive. They look like toothpicks, but they can run. As Buchanan, brushing defence there, and that's always a risk there. As there's a Haidua, King, nice offload there. Good work from Matakaua. They've still regathered it, so good scrambling stuff there from Matakaua. They've done well, very good at the scrambling sort of play there, Matakaua. Buchanan looks to set up one of his forwards there. Big number 3, Johannes Akapotu. Johannes, I love that name, Johannes. We might just say Johannes all day. Johannes did well to sort of surge up the middle, then he received a penalty. And somebody got a bit lippy to Chris Wano. Don't get lippy to Chris Wano, he'll penalise you all day and knock back 10. Looks like somebody could go to the bin. Yes, he's reaching to his pocket. Who was that? Oh yeah, come on, you want to get lippy to me? You're out of here. Is it Harley Phillips? Oh no. Harley Phillips, is it? Oh no, Layman Davies. He's bending down saying, ref, I've been robbed, ref. Oh, no card though. Layman looked like it was bending down to say 1,000 apologies, ref, 1,000 apologies. Hey, it obviously worked. He didn't get the card. And so, will they go for the, oh no. Looks like Matakaua, they want to sort of take them up front. They don't want to take, there's easy points on going bigging there for Matakaua. Big open side here now. Beautiful big open side there, but if I was playing, I'd probably go blind side. Hey, they'll be all thinking you're going open and then come blind. Sort of a bit of a audible sort of change direction, but I know all their wingers gone inside now. Wingers going inside Richard Apanui now, so it looks like they're going to sort of, good scrum there from Matakaua. Good control there at the back from Frank Taiapa. Ball pops out now, Buchanan sort of on his own, but he jinks, fends one, shimmies. Good practice from nightclub moves last night, I think there, Buchanan. Those look like his dance moves on the dance floor in Poverty Bay somewhere, probably at the Irish. But as Matakaua rumble up the middle now, and been given a penalty against them. What's the referee holding on, not releasing their ball? So Uawa let off the hook there. Possibly not enough numbers there from Matakaua to help that man. He had no other choice but to hold on. It didn't quite have the support there. They've left the pressure off. There's a quick tap there from Smith out to Maguire. They're trying to run it. They're trying to be the All Blacks. I don't think you're the All Blacks. Oh, but they give it a bit of a bunt like the All Blacks last night. But risky stuff, you know, tempting fate there, playing in their 22, trying to run it out. You haven't got a Bowden Barrett in there. I don't see Bowden Barrett out in your team there. Well, I'm not sure why you want to run it from inside your 22, but they've been awarded a penalty. So maybe I should shut up. Maybe they know what they're doing. But we're not sure about that. Only time will tell if we can see if they know what they're doing. As Smith hoofs it down. And on the 10-metre line, there's Cranswick over there. Kim Cranswick marks down the line there for the reset. We have a line out now on the 10-metre. So this looks like Uawa look like they're sort of labouring into the line out. It's going to try to get numbers possibly. 3 men coming into the line out there. Matakaua already got 2 men in the line out. So if they throw this quickly, they could get a free kick. Matakaua don't know what they're doing at the moment. Are we in? Are we out? Are we in? Are we out? We're not sure. We'll just stay here. As Mo Nuku is it? Shepherd and Paro. Oh, nice work there from the number 7. Is our Watarewi. Oh, but unfortunate there. That was a good little burst there, running through and cleaning up that ball. But it's a line out now. Not sure. Oh, Uawa ball there. So that was Watarewi. Rewi. My writing is terrible. I can't even understand my own writing. It's either the Rewi or Rawi. It wasn't Rawe.
Did they bring a thing over there? No.
Yeah. Oh no, I went over there and got the names. But so haven't quite got all the numbers there for Matakaua. We've got up to number 15, but then not even 1 to 15 are on the field. We've got lots of 20s on there and 21s as Smith fumbles it a little bit under pressure, but does well to sort of clear that. Not a bad kick under pressure and under circumstances of dropping that. So he's done well to sort of relieve a little bit of pressure. As Matakaua now have the ball just outside the 22, gaining very good position for Matakaua. They're sort of soaking up the territory now. Apanu was able to boot the heck out of that ball. Oh, a terrible line-out throw there, and Uawa was one of those. Harley Phillips straight up the middle as he usually does. And sets it up for his backs, sets it up for his team as Smith launches it down, looking for the right-hand corner as Whakarai Hinari sort of goes back to retrieve that. Inside his 22 now. He'll do well to kick this out. And a very good kick there, bit of a banana bender as Sydney sort of regathers that sort of right on the sideline. What can he do? He beats Sean all day. Chips it into the middle. Not a very good kick there from Sydney. As number 13 is Whaimutu Craft Chemist. It lurches up. Oh, nice little run there. Sort of sets up his winger, number 20. Doesn't look much like a winger. Looks like a forward. He was in the wrong place there. But, put it down now. So a little bit good pressure from Uawa there to put the. Matakaua unable to find the touch there. Was real. It all really sort of went wrong for them. Had to settle that down, and Uawa were able to regather that ball and put the pressure back onto Matakaua. And while they still regathered the ball, they sort of knocked it on from too many numbers possibly there, not quite keeping his hands on the ball. Like I said last week, you've got to catch that ball before you can start scoring tries. Stop looking at the opposition. Ball first, then charge. Hey, that's my message to them. So as Richardson looks to feed the Uawa scrum, right on the 22 now of the, well, it's a little bit messy as Phillips off the back now. Buchanan gets him early and Haidewa grab him early. So as Buchanan now clears it out to Smith, and Maguire looks to sort of come inside and 1-2 cut. Buchanan Richardson wraps him around there, and good tackle there from the Matakaua defence there. Good work from Matakaua defence there. Is Hone Haidewa, is he over the ball? No, he's been told to leave it alone. As Namara looks to sort of take it up. Big lanky man that he is. So the ball's in anybody's ball now. Oh, good work from Matakaua, number 7 there. Again, he's done well there. Very good work there from the number 7. He sort of launched body on the line stuff there. Body on the line, that's what you want to see. Like I said, Matakaua play with a lot of heart, a lot of energy. So we're all going to have to rely heavily on their skill. And I know Matakaua probably rely heavily on their heart to be able to sort of get themselves going forward. So good work there from Rawe. He was Rawe at that time. Definitely Rawe that time. So Now we have a back in the Uawa half. It's going to be a very good game already. You can see while Uawa's got the early points, Matakaua not too phased about that because, like I said, ain't over to the fat lady. Things as Mo Nuku down the sideline like any good hooker, sort of charging down the sideline. Matakaua hold him up. He goes to ground now. So have they won it? So they've secured the ball now. Looks like they secured the ball. Good defense from Matakaua. There's a Harley Phillips. Standard runs. He's been stopped early there. Richard Upanui up on him early. They sort of know, obviously, know Uawa, and they know that Phillips is going to run all day. As Smith, oh, beautiful play from Smith, but it's gone. The pass went astray as number 21 from Matakaua cleans that up. So there's good jinking, driving, Sapuanga-like run from Smith there, but unable to sort of secure the pass. It was more of a Bowden Barrett pass than a Sapuanga pass in the end. So he wasn't able to really send away his outsides there, and Matakaua were able to sort of capitalise on that and win the ball and win the scrum as Colin Shanks comes in. Looks like he's giving a fisting sort of gesture there. Someone's fist was going in there, but said, no, it's all good. Nothing wrong with a bit of a fist. Oh, not sure what's going on there, so here we are. We're on the 10-metre line inside Matakaua half now. As 22, Keith Henderson. Keith Mischief Henderson. Out there again, representing on the East Coast now. There's a little bit of a hinu on Keith Henderson as from previous years, but he still can pass not too bad and still can be a cheeky so-and-so. So as they send away now, Whakarai Henare, nice ball for Sean all day, Hicks Bay, as it goes inside. Oh, dummy, nobody there. Oh, they've got his play there. Upanui gets the ball now. Very good play from the Matakaua back line there. And as Keith Henderson sort of lurches, he's got a bit of weight now to push himself forward and sends it inside to Sean Hicks Bay all day. Very good work there from the Matakaua. They ran about 60 metres to score that try. Great sort of play there. Richard Upanui was able to send away Whakarai Henare, who made about 20 metres before sending old Sean Hicks Bay all day down the field. Had good support from Keith Henderson, who again, interchange of play there from Hicks Bay all day. Let's say Hicks Bay all day. Matakaua doing well there. That was a great work. Sort of Uawa found a little bit wanting on defence there. So good work from Matakaua. Had scrambled defence from Uawa, wasn't quite up to it. Very good work, and I'd fancy chances of Richard Upanui kicking this.
He won't miss.
He's a very good kicker, prodigious kicker of the football. Hey, prodigious. Oh, look at that. We've got this commentator's curse on him there. That was actually a pretty average kick. I'm sure I probably could have got closer to the post than that one. So maybe he's just good at punting and not place kicking. So 5 each, is it? 5 each? 5-7, sorry, I missed the conversion there from Uawa. 5-7. 5-7 to Uawa. So very good play there from Hicks Bay. Matakaua. So you've got obviously Matakaua come from a few areas, Tauraro, Hicks Bay and a few TVC boys out there. So they've really come to play, obviously. They got the back line, they got the popos up front to sort of muscle up. So good balance there as Uawa look to restart now. So we've got a game on our hands finally. A very good game so far. I'd have to say Matakaua have all the territory so far. Would be dominated, according to my data and my percentages in front of me. I'd say Matakaua have all the territory at the moment. Uawa have done well to score their try. But we really have a game on our hands. This is going to be an exciting sort of last game to the series of the Barra Cup. A very good kick there as Huni Haere sort of regathers the kick, does a side-wide crab across the field, and does a bit of a shepherd, throws the ball down in disgust. That's what happens when you run like a pāpaka across the field. Hey, you want to run straight, brother, like you do in the East Coast. You're a very good East Coast player. Don't run sideways, run up the guts. Back yourself. Uawa now have a shot at goal, so they'll be looking, yep, I'd be doing that too. You know, Matakaua have come to play, so you'll be trying to take as many points as you can. Take the easy kicks at goal. That's what you should be doing. They made the right option here. Just now, can they kick it? Like I said, they've been atrocious pass, but that was in the past. It's a little bit like Bowden Barrett. We've been abusing Bowden Barrett for a while now, and then he came up with the game winners when he needed to. People win. That's when the real talent shines through. Once you've been rubbished and you come up and you shut up all your critics. But it's only been one kick that's gone over so far. So let's see if he can get the second. It looks like a very easy position there to kick the ball there. And yes, it's over. So what did I say, 7? So let it be 10-5 now. By my calculations, I had to work on my maths over the week so that I could give you the better scores. So I had to go back to Primer 2 to learn how to sort of add. So I can be better at working out these scores. We'll pay more attention to who's scoring. Maybe that's the ticket. There's Buchanan. Looks to restart. No, don't kick it. Rolling subs there. Subs coming on as big Mike Chambers rumbles onto the field for Uawa. Not sure who he's replacing. Is it Layman Latte Davies has been replaced by Chair Chambers? Chair Chambers. Oh, brother of Chair Chambers, I should say. The Boogeyman. The Boogeyman, maybe that song was written after Mike Chambers. Oh, good kick there. Good take from Wata. Wata having a good game early for Matakaua there as they secure the ball. Nice work from Matakaua. Buchanan has the ball now. He sends out Hone Haere. Good rush defense from, was that Kelvin? Not sure who that was, but very good rush defense. But you always take a risk rushing out like that. There's going to be a hole somewhere. But they've secured the ball. Good pressure from Uawa and secured the ball. So Chris Wano was given a penalty there. He's seen something happen there. Not quite sure what he saw. So good challenge there from Uawa, but Matakaua have come out with the penalty. So Kim Cranston's offering his 5 cents worth over there, saying what he saw. He's gesturing, it was a little guy against a big guy. His arm signals around the neck, punch in the face. But that's standard rugby up the coast. It's not a game of rugby if you haven't had a few punches in the face. Hey, well, somebody might be going. It looks like probably a couple of fists. It looks like, oh no, we might be reversing this. No, get back, Uawa. It's like you guys are lucky that you punched him, he punched you first and you punched him. So we don't need any head checks for that. Plenty of people got hard heads. We don't really have many head checks up on the East Coast. Heads are too hard. It's hard to knock out any coasties. The penalty, there's a few Uawa supporters around me don't agree with the decision, but I thought it was a fair call there. Fair call. One of their own. Touch judge Kim Cranston was calling it out, so you can't complain there. Kim saw something. He's got his glasses on. Oh, it's a terrible kick there. Didn't do very well from that kick. It was looking to try and tear off too much territory, I think. Should have just gone for the touchline there, possibly. So they lose it now, so the scrum right on halfway. So justice, I hear from the sideline. Justice, I hear, prevails. So because no bias here from the Uawa supporters around me. They're quite fair and even in their handedness and balance of this game so far. Not even. So here we are. Matakaua right on halfway. Oh, sorry, Uawa right on halfway. Good scrum from Matakaua. Really putting the acid on Uawa. As Smith looks a bit of a chip in the middle. A little bit of a wasted kick there. Whakarai Henry should clean this up very easily. And he does, sort of sends it back down to where we were already. So Uawa have made about 2 meters from that play. Actually, probably made 1 meter. So not a very good result there. Probably not the result they wanted. As I can see, Karati Palmer now, sort of in the hooker role there for Uawa, looking to set up the Uawa line out. So I'd say Kelvin Sopwanga Smith, he needs to sort of a bit less Sopwanga and a bit more send your backs away. Oh no, maybe that is Sopwanga. Sopwanga sends the backs away a bit more. There we go. Harley flips up the guts. Oh, he brushes off King as Richardson feeds it out to Smith as Maguire. He's trying to kick it away. Uawa trying to kick it away a lot too much, I think, this so far. Hinade kicks it down as Sydney runs back to his 20 side. So he's inside his 22. He should be able to kick this downfield. Has he got the boot? And he kicks it right down the middle. Not very good kicking options from Uawa as Kraft Chemist sort of shimmies and shakes Haidewa sort of backs them up as they're going backwards at a rate of knots. Wata sort of cleans up again. Number 7 for Wata Rewi had no choice really to scramble back and sort of dive on that, and he's held on to it though. He had no support from his red men, was just surrounded with a blue ocean of Uawa players. Had no choice but to sort of hold on to that, resulting in a penalty. And Smith has done well to sort of kick that quite way down. Looks like they're just outside the 22 as old Colin Shanks, one-time international referee. Maybe they didn't let him because he's refereeing any more games because his arm's a bit crooked there. Not sure what's wrong with it. Maybe they couldn't tell what he was sort of signalling in all those last games that he had. So he's been relegated to Poverty Bay. As Smith jinks inside, then goes back outside to Phillips, up the middle again, 3 men on top of Phillips there. They recycle the ball well, Uawa, as, Putty, he was like, the ball was like putty in his hands. Oh, Putty Harmore. They're saying waste him, but he wasted that chance there as they now give Sean Hixbay all day. He chips and chase over there. Who's right there? They're lining him up. They're not even looking at the ball. They were just looking to take somebody out there, Matakaua. So good pressure from Matakaua. They're back inside the Uawa half. Trying to scramble to get this. There's very messy stuff in there. Who's going to come up top? Referee Chris Warnell's got his hands in the air. He's saying Uawa going forward. Now he's giving a penalty. Maybe someone sort of gave him a bit of a lip. Or maybe he's just saying, hold on. I'll go and check with old Kim Cranswick. What did you see, Kim? Yeah. So he's not sure himself. Chris Warnell was a little bit unsure what he saw, so he's asking Kim Cranswick, who's got like 2-inch thick glasses to see. So I'm not sure what Kim could see if he took his glasses off, but there's going to be... Oh, no, they're going downfield a little bit now. It looks like Uawa. Not sure what's going on there, but we're marching back into the Matakaua half. We're walking back, maybe not a march, a saunder. We're saundering back. Oh no, a little bit of a jog now. Then we're going right back. Kim Cranswick saw there's a penalty, in fact. Not sure why that penalty was.
Offside, mate.
Offside, I've been told offside, but that's probably from the Uawa supporters. I don't know if there's a fair... Oh, was it?
We're honest.
So there was an offside call there. Offside call, so Uawa hot on attack now. They got a good opportunity to score from here. They're about 5 metres out. 5 metres out, Karati Palmer looks to feed the Uawa line out. Matakaua have their defences tested here. So front ball there, lost control of that ball there. What's the referee called there? Jumping early possibly. Holding in the air, yes. Pulling down. As Harley Phillips charges up, good defence on Harley Phillips. Very good defence from the Matakaua forwards there. Is there a try? Not sure what's happened there. Penalty to Matakaua now. Not releasing, so good defence from Matakaua. They've been able to sort of nullify Phillips. Phillips has been barnstorming over the last few weeks and he hasn't been able to break the line of the Matakaua defence. So they're really meeting him well. He's one of their strike weapons, old Harley Phillips. So like I said, Matakaua have been able to sort of stop that threat. They've been able to shut him down early, so good work from Matakaua. Like I said, heart, that's what heart on the line, pride in your line. So they were able to stop him short, get the ball back. As we're looking to throw the ball in, is that Taina Waitoa. There's plenty of Waitoas in this team anyway. Feeds the Matakaua, oh, they lose it, not a very good throw. There's Mike Chambers regathers that messy ball. Uawa are now in control of the ball. Smith looking to feed his outside backs as Maguire sort of makes a couple of metres, and P. Feely, Sydney now got just a one-hand grab. Is our bearded goatee winger there, number 23. I haven't got a name for 23. We'll call him the bearded one. Oh no, Tippy, old Tippy Heidi. Was it Tippy Heidi? TP, is it either TP or Tippy? Tippy Heidi sort of let that one go there. But so there was a good little phase there from Uawa. But again, Matakaua defence is proving pretty good. They're doing well, Matakaua, to defend this onslaught of attack from the Uawa team there. There's Buchanan signalling out to his first five, just communicating, just saying, Richard Upinui looking way downfield, is saying, yeah, I think I could probably kick it down to the dead ball line over there. Yeah, no breeze. Good scrum, nice even scrum there so far. Good push on there. I can see Matakaua did a good push there. Oh, penalty, no bind. The bind wasn't quite right. There, not sure who that was. Dan Newbley possibly. As Upinui, quick tap there. When he Haidewa was storming up the side, he chips and chases. Not too good an option there, I think, from Haidewa. But no advantage played there called. Not 10. Not 10 there, referee says, as the Uawa supporters cry foul. They think that the referee made a bad call there, but I think that was a pretty fair call. I didn't see anyone get back 10 at all. So good play there, quick play from Matakaua to sort of send the Uawa forwards and backs reeling in defence, scrambling. When Haidewa, I thought would have been done better to sort of hold that instead of trying to do the old Zinzan Brook. Although he is a skilled player there, Huni Haidewa, but not the best option. I think keep it in hands. I always believe we've got to keep it in the hands, not try and kick it away, even though I've been guilty of kicking plenty of balls away. But best option, hold on to it, let your support come to you, reset, get going again. But anyway, Matakaua doing well. They're right inside again, inside the Uawa half, as Wally Pahuru Moon throws the ball, not a very good throw, so they're not doing too well in the lineouts here. Very messy lineouts there from Matakaua. They'll have to sort of sort out who their thrower is. They've had a couple of throwers now as Uawa have the ball inside their half and looking to run at every opportunity. Te Pihi Fairley sort of stumbles, goes to the knee, a little bit of a head high as he rumbles up about good 10-15 metres there, Te Pihi Fairley. That's the general standard of play from a good Toko man. He makes about 10-15 metres every game.
Good out, eh?
Good game though so far. Good backwards and forwards competition here, finally. So it's been up and down the field. As we have a line out now right on the 22. Right on the 22, Uawa looking for a quick line out. Matakaua will go up early. Is that an early lift? Probably an advantage there, I'm guessing. As it goes right back, Matakaua actually stormed through Wata. Wata again, the number 7 for Matakaua is playing very well. He's everywhere. As they rumble it up the forward, Pahuru Milne there, sort of rumbling up the forwards there. Some good work there from Matakaua as their big popo sort of getting to work now, starting to find their rhythm. Got a good backline set up there, Upinui. Can he feed his outsides? No, he can't. Good tackle there from the Uawa man. I'm not sure who tackled him, but there was good defence there, good running. So very even game, I'd have to say. Very even sort of game. Both teams are trying to run it at every opportunity they can. It's a very close game. I'm going to say the tensions will be building on both sides of supporters.
Another minute.
Another minute, is it? Is it a minute to call? Geez, that half has gone quickly if there's a minute left. So we're at 10-5, whānau, 10-5. And welcome to all those viewers who are coming to us from near and far. America, Fiji, Samoa, China, Barbados. Wherever you are, welcome, 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 welcome. No mai hara mai, no mai hoki mai. Then this last game again of the Barrier Cup series, with Matakaua looking to sort of try and take the cup off Uawa. They've had a stranglehold on it for the last couple of years. This is their third year, and a short ball into there. It's been called good from Kim Cranswick, as I'm not sure who that was, a Uawa man there managed to steal that. So good work from Newbley. Or Newbley or Newbley, depending on who you talk to. So 10-5, very good half, very fast half. So what happens when you have a good game? Very fast game. The half time goes really quickly. So like I said, I still think Matakaua probably dominated territory in that half, but Uawa have actually come out on top. So 10-5, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you after the break.
a
Kiitos paljon Matakaua. Uawa. Tell them to control the balls.
Pardon? Kia ora. Nau mai hoki mai anō. We're into the second half of the Barrier Cup, Matakaua versus Uawa. Very good first half there, 10-5 we are, as Upanui looks to restart the game. Matakaua heading towards Toko now. As I said, no wind, so there's no really benefit from any of the wind. It's a calm day, except for Zach Horomia, he's not so calm. But as Upanui sends it down into not a very good kick there. Phillips stops it with his feet and picks it up. A good tackle there from, didn't quite see who that was, sorry. But good tackle there to stop Phillips. They've really had Phillips' number today. But Uawa now storming up the middle. Is that Paranihi Hoia? Oh, he's lost the ball though. As Henderson now flicks it out to Kraft Chemist out to Sean all day. Kraft Chemist sort of rumbles up, sort of good security, managed to secure the ball pretty well there. Upanui sends it out to pass Whakarai, out to Keith Henderson now running a number 22, looking a little bit like a bit more of a hooker than a halfback, old Keith Henderson. No, 22 was Keith. That was 22, maybe he just needs number 2 on his back instead of 22, old Keith. Old Teeth, as we used to call him. Old Keith Henderson there. Looking like a hooker, running like somewhat of a halfback. But Matakaua have got a penalty now, as Upanui will try to, hopefully he sharpens up his kicking. I've been praising his kicking, but he hasn't done too well, and he does well on this one though. He's done a few good touch finders, but had a couple of shockers. But now they're right inside Uawa territory. So good, fantastic opportunity for Matakaua here. Is that Aaron Reid I can see in hooker now? Not quite sure. He's a bit far away. And they all have similar body shapes, the Matakaua players. So yes, it looks like Aaron Reid over there, looking to feed the Matakaua, see if they can do well. Risky choice here. Oh, good line out there from Taiapa, being able to secure that ball and bring it down. So good rummaging up the middle there from Matakaua. Very good work, Matakaua. They're looking to sort of muscle up the middle. Good defence there, has it held up. Ooh, bit messy there, bit messy.
Well done, Uawa.
So good defence really in the end. Put a little bit of pressure on Matakaua, weren't able to sort of control that in the last. They'd done quite well. I'm sure they would have backed themselves there, the Matakaua forwards. As we can see, there's been a few changes. Warren Henderson is at second 5 now. And I think Hone Haere has left for a plane flight back to Wellington. As Uawa now on defensive scrum right inside their 22, they'll look to sort of box kiss. Oh no, nice blind side there. Beautiful work from Harley Phillips there to 8-9 blind. Able to feed his half, but not a very good kick in the end. It went out on the full and it must have been outside his 22 or something like that. Oh no, Colin Shanks is readjusting. I mean, wasn't sure himself there, Colin Shanks. Shanksy there. He's got his arm up for the wrong side now. Must be he's not sure. Oh no, Matakaua's got the ball now. Normality has been restored as Reid fires into Taiapa. So they've fixed up their lineup there, Matakaua, or have they? As Chris Wānoa raises his hands in joy and gives a penalty back to Matakaua. So Matakaua, very good position. As Upanui's going to plug the corner, you'd think they would have gone for a kick at goal, but although his last kick was pretty atrocious, and so possibly he has lost a bit of confidence there, Upanui, for kicking goals. So, or they're backing themselves to sort of win this line out. They've done well in the last couple of lineouts. Really, the experience of our readers are showing forth there, as he's been able to shore up the Matakaua line out. I never known him to throw a ball in though, but here he is again. So he's had a 100% record so far. Oh, good leap from Uawa, man, there, number 5. Well, sorry, I didn't really quite see who that was, but commitment, body on the line there from the Uawa lock. There was a Nāmara as Uawa have secured the ball. Good rush defence there from the Matakaua forwards, and makes the kick go a bit wobbly. Whakarai Henry is unable to sort of regather that, but throws it in quickly. I thought someone on the sideline touched that, and they have indeed. So it's going to go back to a line-out. Still Matakaua's sort of line. Oh, Harley Phillips is down. Not sure what's going on. He doesn't look too happy. He looks like he's having a cup of tea on the ground there. He's really just stretching his gluteus maximus. The glutes are a bit sore. He's looking down though, so they're just having a chat to him. Sort of Darryl Crawford over there. They're coming over now. They're all quite concerned about Harley Phillips, as they should be. Their strike weapon. As I said, they have been able to nullify him today. It was all throwing himself in there. Who is that? Who is that man? Who is that man, number 5? Oh no, he's done a serious injury, looks like there, Harley Phillips. That's a big loss for Uawa. Looks like he's done some serious injury there. Knee, ankle, a leg. It's somewhere in the leg region. So Uawa have the ball. That'll be a big hit for Uawa. They're going to have to find someone else to step up, and number 5 is alive. Was that Justin Allen? He's been launching himself, thrusting himself upon the Matakaua defence there as they line up now. They look like they're going to run this one. They don't back themselves to kick it out, obviously. So they're going to run this. Matakaua defence, see how they go. Keith Henderson runs up. Oh, nice work from Keith Henderson trying to secure the ball in the tackle, sort of ball and all tackle as Matakaua scramble. Oh, someone coming through there. As referee saw nothing there as Smith finds a hole in the defence. He chips it again. Again, I should say, you should never have chipped it. He had all the numbers there, had all the momentum, should have just held on to that and wait for his forwards to back him up. Matakaua come out with the ball. It's Whakarai Henry sort of kicks that out and relieves a little bit of pressure. So I think a little bit of poor option taken there from Kelvin Smith. Had plenty of support on him. Should have really just held on to their ball, waited for support to come, and they could have done something a little bit better than that. But anyway, they still have the ball now. They're just outside their 22, so still a good attacking position as they look to feed it in. No, jinking around. Chris Wano's got himself in the way the middle of that line out. I'm sure a couple of those fellas would like to tackle him anyway, but they cannot do that. As Karati Palmer looks to feed the Uawa line out. Oh, misses that. Allen misses that one. It looks a bit crooked. Yes, Mr. Wano is the top referee in the East Coast area, Chris Wano, has judged that to be not straight. Uawa have let Matakaua off the hook here. So I'd say they'll be just looking to give the ball, good clean ball to Richie Apanui, who has a prodigious boot, as I said earlier. He should be able to carve off for quite a few metres. So that'll be the play. Are they in? Oh, I can't even tell if they're inside their 22. They're inside their 22, so if they're inside their 22, as you know, you should be able to kick this out on the full. Otherwise, they may have to try and run this. Oh, good pressure from the Paranihi Ahoya on the scrum there has been able to turn that. It's like he's wrestling pigs and deer all over again. He's not going to let that deer get away this time. One time when I saw him wrestle a deer by hand. As Apanui kicks a down midfield kick there. Not sure that was a good option. As Sydney now has the ball to run up the midfield. Kraft Chemist look to meet him. Henderson, he jinks around a couple of players there. Good run from Sydney, BJ Sydney there. So very good run to be able to take some pressure off. Rush defence there from the Matakaua players. Sean all day as Tapihi Fairley busts the line. Tapihi Fairley still fighting. Who can stop this man? The leg power, and he's received a penalty there. So good work from Tapihi Fairley. The leg drive. We often hear it, leg drive. So leg drive made him go forward and was able to get a penalty off that. And takes a lot of pressure off the Uawa players there. Smith hoofs it back down. Kim Cranswick finding a touch there just outside the 22. So it's red, the red machine. They just need to pick up the acid. They look a little bit weary this time. You know, possibly their physiques do not allow for 80 minutes of sheer power. They look like 60-minute men, and they've got plenty of reserves. But anyway, as Alan says, give it to me, give it to me. Nobody there. Alan sort of realises and sort of just falls on the ground. Unlucky there. Stormy Moran looked to come blindside, but now we're feeding the centres there. Good work from Uawa to set up a nice midfield sort of ruck there. Good work from Smith. Sort of offload wasn't too flash, but someone was offside, deemed offside there. The Matakaua backs deemed offside. So you would think they would kick. You would think they would kick, but possibly what are they going to do? The kicking rate wasn't too flash. This is the best that they've had kicking actually, a goal. So he's going to go, got his confidence up from the nightmarish few weeks of terrible kicking. So today, get 100% there, old Smith today. He must have heard me bagging him last week. So he's decided, I'm going to show that bugger. We'll show you who can kick as he lines it up. You would think he would get it. He's done 2 from 2. The score 10-5, eh? 10-5? 10-5 still? 10-5. This will end up being 13-5 if he can get this. This is Matakaua stand. Waiting. Yes, he's got that. Touch flags are raised as Zach Horomir takes a swig from his bottle in relief. As Apanui charges to the midfield, looks to thinks Sean all day Hicks Bay on the wing here. Sean Murta. Is it murder or murder? He's going to murder them. Oh, murder. But as the rolling subs come on, as Layman Latte Davies comes back, his head is flat whites on the sideline. He's ready to reinvigorated and re-energized, ready to come back on. Made his pies, ate his pies. Who ate all the pies? Just ask Layman Davies. So here we go, kick off from Apanui. Nice high kick, that's a better kick from Apanui. Karati Palmer, nice take from Karati Palmer. Oh, very good run from Karati Palmer. Oh, head high there from King. There's a little bit of play advantage there, but the Pardo now out to Sydney. Sydney finds a hole now. Buchanan grabs him with one hand. Beautiful offload. Oh, great play from Uawa there. Very good try there from Uawa. So great work, we were able to capitalise on that sort of advantage that was being played. Karati Palmer really started that off. He made about 10-15 metres. He sort of shimmied this way, shimmied that way. You would have to say he must have had a good night in the nightclubs in town last night after the East Coast game to be able to shimmy and shake like that. So great work from Karati Palmer to be able to find his support networks there. Again, BJ Sydney again made a beautiful gap there, was able to offload it to Smith, who sailed in under the post, unopposed really. Matakaua looking a little bit of fatigue, probably possibly kicking in now for Matakaua. They got some heavy set bodies there, so you got to think that the heat and their sheer size is causing a little bit of fatigue. Fatigue factors are coming into play now as he nails that 4 from 4. So it was 13 plus 5 plus 3 was 8, 13 and 8 is, what's that, 21? 21. Is that 21?
No, 24. Man.
24. 24. We'll take 24. Oh, that's the Matakaua supporters telling me 24. So we'll go back to my 21. 21. What's it?
13 plus 7 is 20.
20. Oh, no. No, 13 plus. Oh, 7. Sorry, Fano. Like I said. Confusion on the sideline, Fano. Confusion on the sideline. Nobody knows what the score is. Oh, they got a scoreboard. Scoreboard's working today. Even the scoreboard people don't even know what the score is. 20, 25 they got there. As Alan takes it up now. Nice strong work from Alan. He's done pretty well today, showing his aggression there. As Richardson feeds out to the backs there. Nobody wants it from the Uawa team. Apanui cleans it up. And good work from the red machine to sort of secure the ball now. There are plenty of runners out there as Keith Henderson sends it wide to King, is it? As out to Wata. Wata, who's had a very good game for Matakaua. We've got number 18 there. I don't have a number 18 on my list. we'll just call him a red man. As Josh King sort of lunges himself into the forwards again. It was us, Aaron King, the big man. Aaron is in there looking to sort of bowl his way over the line. Another man mounted for Matakaua. So they secured the ball, have they? They still got the ball. Is there Aaron Reid in there? Oh, no, that's number 23. I haven't got his name either. We'll just call him another man mountain. As they sort of stumble now, they're getting excited, close to the line, Matakaua. Some good work from their forwards there. They're going to sort of grind out a try here, they're looking like. As Aaron King there saying, bro, come on over, look at this, ref. And the ref comes and has a look and says, you're right, Aaron. You're so right. I'm going to listen to you. And he's seen something in there, not quite sure, someone playing on the ground. There's number 4 over there, Namana, saying, it's not me, ref. It wasn't me. As he looks like the likely suspect because he's the last one to get up. As they're looking to take a quick tap as Keith Henderson's lining up as King. Look at the frame of that man. He's lunging at the line. Well, he's fallen short. As they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Good defense, so some urgency shown from the Uawa defense. Matakaua is showing their urgency too as they've been given another penalty opportunity here. So what are they going to do? They're going to rumble it up again as number 23 for Matakaua sort of lunges at the line. They're not too far out for their backs. They're quite set up out here. So as they look to set out their backs now, is that Morgan Wiedepp is he out there. Oh, good work from Kraft Chemist. Kraft Chemist surging off a few tackles there. As good work there. Oh, looks like hand interference in there. So there's been a penalty now, a flurry of penalties for Matakaua. Someone surely is going to go to the bin soon if this continues. As Keith Henderson lunges at the line as he got a try. Matakaua raising their hands. Oh, he's looking for he wants a video ref. I don't think we've got a video ref here. Mr. Chris Wano. He's going to Kim Cranswick's going to be making the call here.
What's his phone number?
What? Oh no, they've been denied. Keith Henderson, quick tap out to Apanui. No, ref's not quite ready for it. And they're going to look for a quick tap again as Josh King looks like he wants to have a run. Give it to me, brother. Oh, take it up. As he runs and smashes into the defence. As the red machine looks like, he's been tangled up in a big group of blue men have really secured the ball and they've come away with it. Sydney, it looks out to Namana. Oh no, another penalty. Surely the ref's going to send somebody to the bin. That's been about 5 or 6 penalties there. Somebody should be going to the bin. Surely there's something going on there. Chris doesn't want to go to his pocket. I'd be pleading that, come on ref, somebody needs to go to the bin. Somebody's infringement, that's about the 5th infringement there. Someone should be going to the bin, but possibly can't quite tell who it is. So Matakaua hot on attack now. That last try from Uawa has spurred them back into life. They thought, bugger this, we're not coming here to get hammering, we want to score. So here they are, they're right on the attack now. What can they do? I'd say there's a nice blind side there. Possibly 8-9 blind would be a good move. As I can see Apanui standing on the blind side, so there's quite a possibility they're going to go blind. 8-9 blind, draw those players in. Should be a simple try. Very good blind there, but you never know. We'll see what their plan is. Looks to me like a good blindside move could be on. As Keith Henderson feeds the scrum. Which way they're going now? So nice solid scrum from both teams, but they're going to go open here out to his brother Warren Henderson. He sort of surges up the middle. Good defense from Uawa, actually got numbers to the ball, but they've secured it now for Keith Henderson. He's been able to get there and back up his players. Good work from Matakaua. There's number 3 there, Johannes Akapatu. Johannes. Oh, give us hope, Johannes. Hey. Johannes was sort of trying to search for the line there. It was good work there from Matakaua. Just coming up a little bit short, held up possibly. Did they regather the ball? As they're rolling the subs though, both teams been doing pretty well with their rolling subs. You don't know you're supposed to only have 24, but they both look like they've got 30 players on the sideline. So not sure who's keeping track of the substitutions there. As Matakaua will have the ball, tie up off the back there. Oh, it's the gap opened up. He simply waltzes in unopposed. There you can see Losing Harley Phillips has already shown. I'm sure Harley Phillips would have been there to stop Frank Taiapa, but the easiest of tries there for Frank Taiapa. Oh, Mohi Bartlett's on it in number 15 now. They've got so many players, they've run out of jerseys. We have to share jerseys now. I'm sure Whakarai Henry had 15 on before, so they have to share. So I don't usually like sharing all that sweaty, especially with those forwards. A lot of sweaty jerseys when you're swapping those around. So good try there from Frank Taiapa. They did a well-deserved try. They were really attacking that line for the last 5 so minutes. Those, like I said, somebody probably should have been sent to the bin. Jody Tuhaka, number 2, come on. That's a good name, Tuhaka. That's the old whanaunga, all right. Jody Tuhaka, ex-Poverty Bay. Is he still playing for Poverty Bay? Still. High school old boys captain, Jody Tuhaka. We're going to hear that name a lot now because it's my name. Hey, so Tuhaka, I'm just going to call everybody Tuhaka now from Matakaua. So we'll just say Frank Tuhaka scored the try. As King gathers the ball, sends it out to Apanui. Nice big kick downfield. Not out there as Pardo, as Hayden Pardo gathers it up. Not sure what to do. So, up the guts. Up the guts, met with strong defence there from Matakaua. You have secured the ball and they've been given a penalty, not releasing the player there, not releasing the man on the ball. So our score, 20-12. Not sure how much time. This is a fast, furious game. So a very good game. So it's closed. They've been able to close the gap to 8 points. But now Uawa inside the Matakaua half. They send it downfield and they're just outside the 22. I say Kim Cranswick with his 2-inch thick glasses finds touches. Yeah. Mo Muttle TVC. He's the TVC first 5. He's come on now, just outside Apanui. Mo Muttle. As Uawa will have the ball in a very good attacking position now. As we've got Mo Nuku. Nuku is it? I'm sure it's Nuku or Paro. He's a shepherd at Paro. He's the hooker for Uawa, looking to throw in. So Paro being represented well in this team here. As they look like they've got about 15 backs out the back here. Let me count up these numbers over here. 2, 4, 6, 7. So, sorry, I got the right number of backs. Oh, as Namana gets an easy ball there from the line out, but good defence. Oh, they've kicked it through. No, somebody lost that, all right. So referee Chris Wano saw that knock on there, or lost ball there. So again, the pressure's been let off Matakaua, but the game ain't over yet. So it's still got a long way to go. I'm guessing in roughly about 20 minutes. He must have surely had about 20 minutes by now. So very good game though. Very close. While the score's 8 points difference, it's probably a little bit closer than that in reality. Well, not reality, because 2012 is the score. So in theory, it should be closer than that. As we set up a scrum now, Buchanan set to feed the scrum. Feeds the scrum nicely there as wheels a little bit. Not a very good kick there for pass there to Apanui. He sort of meanders a little around the sort of back there and launches us up to the bearded one. The bearded one comes up. He breaks the tackle, the bearded one. He makes great yards there, the bearded one. Oh, but in the last fumble, so hands letting them down, hands letting Uawa down, and really again taking the pressure right off Matakaua. So it's that last pass that really Uawa can't sort of get right, but they've been given a penalty. Not quite sure why. I didn't quite see that. Sorry, finally, but they sort of kicked for the corner. Nice kick there for the corner, not trying to carve off too much distance. As they're like about 5 meters out, so still hot on attack. So they'll look to secure this line. I'd say probably money ball up the front. OT out to the back, send away your back 3. I can see Hayden Pardo replacing Harley Phillips in his normal position of outside first 5, second 5. So I'd say they'll be sending this OT ball, send your runner up the guts, set up again, look to create numbers out wide. That's my call anyway, Whānau. As Allen, misses the ball. They sort of make it back, put pressure on from Matakaua, good pressure from the Matakaua forwards. as they rumble. Now Uawa secure the ball though. Allen again. Allen's had a pretty strong game there, Allen. As he secures the ball, as Paranihi lunges his huge man frame over that ball. There's no way they were going to get him off that. As Richardson clears the ball now to, not sure this old Paddy Samoa. A little bit high there, I would say, yes, and it was a high tackle. He was falling down into that, but it doesn't matter. You can't take them anywhere near the neck. So he's feeling hard done by. Josh is like, Josh King there saying, oh, come on, ref, come on, ref. He was falling into that. Hey, but that's just the way it goes. There's Smith signals for the goalpost. They're trying to look to extend their lead out to, what did I say, 8, so that'll be 10, 11 points, so that'll make it harder for Matakaua to come back and they'll need to score twice. So good option taken here now to really keep that scoreboard ticking over. So, was that Rick Whitehall who gave the penalty away? Right, not sure anyway. Right, anyway. Now in a good position for Uawa to really kick this over. It should be an easy kick. Like they say, you can throw it over, but you don't get any points for throwing it over. You got to kick it. Yeah. So easy does it. He's got a 100% record at the moment there, Mr. Smith. So Uawa increased their lead now, 23-12. Just making it that little bit harder as Richard Uppenui comes straight. Nice kick there, they're going early. They're looking to put pressure on. Stormy Moran gathers that, spins and turns. Feds Sean all day as a nice support from Uawa players there. Oh, very terrible pass, but Putty, he regathers that very well, and he's been held up by the Matakaua players. Good work from Matakaua there to hold him up. They should be able to come away from this ball if they've been able to hold him up. Oh, but they're still moving forward. Has he been able to release that? No, referee's sort of looking to put his... So good work, like I said, able to be held up there. Some good defense there from Matakaua, able to keep him off the ground, really hold him up while Uawa were driving forward. It didn't matter, they couldn't get their ball back. That ball was tied up in there, so great defense there from a bunch of Matakaua players there. Oh, Josh King, what was he saying? Josh King, it's already Ricky Whitehall. Just I didn't recognise him with his beard. He looks a bit older. He's got a few more hoodies than I remember. So anyway, we've been just giving a plug for Josh King all game, and it was actually Ricky Whitehall. But here we go. Buchanan from the back of the scrum, a little bit slow there as Uppenui looks to feed his backs there. Kraft Chemist takes the ball well there on the outside of the man there, as well supported from the Matakaua back line there. The forward set up, rumbling, good hands there, not the best of passes, a little bit high tackle there. Referee's playing advantage and making good meters there, Matakaua. Advantage still being played. They will look to just capitalise on that advantage, keep the momentum flowing. You wouldn't really want to stop this. So Uppenui, it looks to grab a kick, not sure that's the best option. Keep the ball in hand, nobody there, it's going to go big, is it? No advantage there, the referee's called, so the penalty, high tackle. So a few sideline commentators are not agreeing with the referee's call there, but it is what it is. Can't cry over spilt milk, whānau. You just got to play the game. You just got to carry on. Referee's not going to change his mind no matter how hard you cry. So Matakaua lunging up as their Pāhuru Milne up the guts. They're not shy, these big Matakaua forwards there. So again, number 3 there, Johannes. Oh, Johannes. There's Jody Tuhoka rumbling up like the normal Tuhokas do, like all Tuhokas do. There's giving it out to the backs there. Oh no, Buchanan. Is this Wiedepa? Oh, the big number 3 Wiedepa. And shows a bit of impact there. It's Tuhoka gets the ball. He sort of rumbles up and gives it out to Pāhuru Milne there. Buchanan sends it out to Uppenui. Uppenui out to Kraft Chemist. He's got a gap there. Looks like could be a try here. Good defense from Stormy Moran. Very good tackle from Stormy Moran. Was able to take 2 defenders there. Sort of just held off on his tackle long enough to be able to go and cover the winger there. So good work from Stormy Moran. Was able to shut down that sort of opportunity there. So good play. And we got Oh, yeah. As we're swapping jerseys around, swapping players, we've got Verdon Bartlett now coming into fullback there, replacing Sean Hicks-Bay all day. So we've got a couple of TVC contingents in here now. As our Uawa messed that up, as number 6 for Israel Brown was able to secure that ball. And a good position now for Israel Brown, still got the ball there, he's been held up. Then the penalty comes now, so not coming in the right channels there, the referee's calling. Surely, ref, we've had plenty of penalties over this area, surely somebody's going to go to the bin soon. As the Uawa support called for the ref to be sent to the sin bin. Now we're getting out wide, Upanui. Who's inside him? He's got inside it, he's going to go himself, and he does. Good work from Upanui. Had lots of runners outside him, so I think they're racing back now, Matakaua. So good try from Upanui. Had plenty of numbers, so everybody just held off him, thinking he was going to pass it inside, outside, and he took it himself and scored the try. He's going to look to sort of kick this quickly. As Matakaua sort of getting back to halfway, can't be too much time left or right. So if he gets this over, I'll wait for the scoreboard to put their score up so I get it right. 23-19, just been told, 23-19 should be. What a great game, Whānau. 23-19 in the closing minutes of the game. So I wouldn't think there would be too much time left. Game played at a furious pace. Everybody smashing into each other, showing a willingness just to commit, and try and win this. Like I said, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. So Uawa looking to restart. Hope they don't think I haven't switched off Uawa. The game's not over. As the All Blacks have shown on many occasions, it ain't over until it's over. There's a nice kick there. This is gathered by Pahuru Milne. Takes it up there. Sets it up nicely for Henderson to give out to Upanui. He looks to launch it downfield. Not sure that kick again as he sends Sydney back to regathers there. He's outside the 22, so he has no choice but to run. He lets put up a little bit of an up and under. Not the best of kicks there as a Ricky Whitehall sort of takes that ball, dummies, goes up the guts. Nice run there from Whitehall. Upanui again, looking for the right-hand corner. Stormy Moran going back inside the 22. He has the opportunity to kick, I'd say, but I'm not sure he's a good kicker, so he's going to run. He chips and chases as Upanui now gathers that ball. He's got no support with him, Upanui, but he's able to brush off 2 defenders. Throws the inside pass, the miracle ball, but forward. Referee's called forward. The old no-look miracle ball. It's probably unnecessary, that one, as referee's called something now. Referee's seen something. He doesn't like, somebody a head concussion knock. He's tapping him on the head, saying, I think we need to check this guy out. Richardson, he's going sideline break. Go to the sideline. He doesn't know what day it is. As Zach Hortomir yells from the sideline that he doesn't agree with it, but he's been able to stay on. They're going, no, I'm all good, I'm all good. It was just I was just winded, ref. So we have a scrum now, just inside the Uawa half. Matakaua doing well. They're looking excited now. Matakaua, they're going to defend well. They've had pretty good rush defence here. As Richardson looks to feed the scrum. Good push from Matakaua, good shunt there, but they've been able to win the ball still. It's Maguire now in the midfield. So the 2 tacklers right on him. They really picked up the tempo in Matakaua. They can really taste the victory as within their grasp if they can only secure this ball. But they, again, just their excitement, just got to temper their sort of excitement. A good rush defence. Hands probably in there, let them down a little bit. Just trying a bit too hard to sort of win that ball back. They know they have to try and win it back. So they're really trying hard to sort of get that back. Really just got to use your muscle. So Uawa now in a good position. Uawa in a good position now to sort of launch another attack. And I would almost hazard to guess to say that if Uawa can score from here, I'd say the game would surely be over, because it would mean Matakaua would have to score twice again in a very short amount of time. So the unopposed in the line out there, very sloppy, a bit messy there from Uawa, but they've managed to clean it up, and they've actually managed to drive a few metres off the line out there from a very messy start. Again, nice pressure. I can see the rush defence of the red machine. as I hear calls of head high. We've lost the ball though. I didn't see a head high there. As that's Jesse Ryan now in the middle there. Not sure, he wasn't even on the team list when I got the first team list I got. So we are as Lazenby, he lurches up the middle of the field there. Oh, Matakaua have done well. Ooh, a little bit harsh. I thought the man was on his feet there as they have a little bit of a conversation in the middle, ref. So they're all not happy. So I would say they'll be looking to sort of slot this over a goal. That would make the Matakaua would need a try and a conversion just to draw, which would also result in Uawa being able to hold on to the cup. So interesting what they're going to do here. They're going to probably take the kick, I'd say, because they know a draw is a win. For Uawa draw, they win. Hey, 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes, I've just been informed from Zach Ordomia, 6 minutes to go in the game. So this will make it extremely difficult for Matakaua to win this game. Like I said, a draw results in Uawa holding on to the Barry Cup for their 3rd year, if they can do it. Who can take this cup off Uawa? So Matakaua asked plenty of questions of Uawa, and Uawa have come out on top at the moment, 23-19, with this kick right in front of the post really, 25 metres out. A few jeers from the Matakaua supporters there trying to put off our man, but they're probably a bit far away for him to take any notice. As he looks pretty good to maintain his 100% record. He misses it in fact. He misses it in fact, so still an opportunity now for Matakaua. Only 6 minutes remaining. 6 minutes is all you need. 6 minutes is all you need. As Apanui hoofs it downfield, very good kick, right on the 10 metre of the Uawa half. So a very good kick from Apanui. As Richardson doesn't know what to do. As they kick it away again, Uawa, you would think 6 minutes to go, you want to hold on to that ball, not give it to Matakaua. But they've secured it. So not sure, somebody, Brad Skins Sydney there, put his body on the line, but they kick it away again. Uawa don't want this ball. Uawa don't want this ball, they're giving it back to Matakaua. Matakaua got a penalty. They're going to be Ricky Waitoa ready there to take a quick tap, as he does. Had a good game, Ricky Waitoa. So Josh King better thank him, because I thought he was Josh King, and Josh King's probably not even on there. It's Jody Tuhoka up the middle. Jody Tuhoka, not releasing there, I think, rep, but had no choice to hold on there. Tony Maguire. Tony Maguire did well to sort of hold on to Tuhoka there. He couldn't let that ball go. He was trying to hold on just for the rest of his mates to get there and help him. So good work from Maguire. Smith, watch out for our camera, mate. So good work, like I said, from Maguire to be able to secure that ball and win the penalty for Uawa. Just puts that added bit of pressure. Must be about 4 minutes to go. As Matakaua just in front of us here, about 5 metres into their own half. They'll be looking to sort of get a good line out. They're not sure what's going on. 2 balls on the field now. So as Uawa sort of coming slowly, can't throw the ball in. We've got 2 balls here. As Mo Nuku, no, can't go yet. Sorry, we've got a reserve, a bit of messy at the moment here. We don't know what's going on. So there's, he's the half back. We're trying to get some players off. They don't even have a half back. Matakaua unsure what's going on over there. They're not sure what's going on. It looks like numbers now, so making a little bit of a mistake here. I can see numbers on Matakaua's side. They got too many numbers in that line-out. Should be a free kick if they don't win this. Referee hasn't seen it. Referee hasn't seen the numbers play as they hold him up. Good work from Matakaua to hold him up, but Lazenby sort of reaches in and grabs the ball and makes a few precious meters there for Uawa. So Lazenby's done very well there. Smith looks to kick it away again on the full. Very poor decision making, I'd have to say there. When you have a few minutes on the clock, you want to use up that time. Should be just keeping it in hand. Uawa, I think they're kicking it away, giving Matakaua every opportunity to attack really, even though they're in their half. Should be holding on to that. So as they're sort of setting themselves out, Jody Tuhoka to throw into the Matakaua lineup. I'd say Frank Taiapa would be looking to take this. Oh, early jump from Uawa, who actually timed it really well. Poor throw there from Jody Tuhaka, resulting in Uawa getting the ball now. As Skins Sydney worms along the ground there. Smith, is he going to kick it this time? No, he holds on to it. They hold him up there, looking to sort of put pressure on him as Tuhaka there puts his foot into the play. Mo, good work from Aaron Reid there. Good work from Uawa there. There's a new play. And he sort of launches into the fence. Upanui, another tackle there from Upanui. He's done, leaves it behind there, Lazenby. As the referee's seen that, so a slight knock on. Can't be very much time on the clock. Must be about 2-3 minutes. So they really want to do something with this ball. They really got to set up their backs there. They got some good quick backs there. Vernon Bartlett out the back there. He's a good runner. Haven't seen much of him since he's come on though. They really want to sort of inject themselves now. They've got to know the time is nearly up. So they'll be looking to run length of the field try. It'll be sensational stuff if they do. Length of the field try will give them a win, in fact, and a conversion, sorry. So what can they do from here? Upanui. He passes out to Craft Chemist. He jinks around. He makes a good yards there, Craft Chemist. They don't want to tackle him, as he is finally tackled though. Who's Upanui now feeds out to Keith Henderson. What's Keith going to do? Keith jinks. Oh, bit of a shimmy there and gets nailed. Good tackle there from Hayden Pardo. As the halfback there sends away Taiapa. Taiapa, one-hand miracle ball trying to get it out. Oh, unfortunate there for Matakaua. Frank Taiapa trying to do the one-handed sort of offload there. Was unable to sort of really get a good offload there, doing the Sonny Bill, impression of Sonny Bill. As Keith Henderson yells at his player, come on, let's go. We haven't got much longer. Let's do this. The Labour supporters, because they're all dressed in red, they're all saying, let's do this. So come on, let's do this, Matakaua. And it's actually Labour versus National here. It could be quite... high tackle up and that's got to be the game over now. A very lazy tackle there though. Like I said, it's like National versus Labour at the moment. The blue machine. Red has been in a good fight there from the red machine, the Labour Party. But a very lazy tackle there. It was not a malicious tackle. Just fell into it there, old Smith.
They put up 3 points.
So 3 points will put it beyond doubt. Surely be game over if he doesn't nail this. So Smith. He's only missed one today. This is his opportunity to really seal the game for Uawa. Heads are looking down for Matakaua. They know this could be it. It could be time up as well, so it might not matter even if he misses it. As he lines it up, looks ready. As some of those backline have dropped right back past the halfway. They're backing him. And it's over. Oh, still time on the clock, the referee's calling. So it's not really going to matter. Not really going to matter. They need to score twice, really, the Labour Party. There's a nice kick again up and a good ball, good win from Matakaua there. Some good effort there from the forwards there to win back that ball. They really need to score quickly, so they want to hope that they can not drag this out. They need to really break in and sort of chance their arm as they start throwing miracle balls everywhere. Upanui makes a break there, but can't quite hold on to the ball. So they're really they haven't given up Matakaua. We know that much at least as Uawa send it down the field. Is that time? Ref looks at his watch. No, there's still time on the clock. As the Uawa crowd yells to call time up, Matakaua asking for 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes could be an interesting game if there is 5 more minutes. So, good chance here. Who's got the ball there? I'm not sure what Kim's signalling over there. He's signalling for Matakaua ball. So they really need to score off this line out, and they really need to score right under the post to make this a draw. And then they really need to hope that there's still some time on the clock to allow them to get back in for another try scoring or a point scoring opportunity. They've secured the ball now. It's rumbling quite slowly. So they're just probably being a little bit gassed there as Henderson feeds it out there, misses out the first 5, and not a very good pass as Vernon Bartlett secures that, but they've got a penalty. Vernon Bartlett will gives it to Henderson to look for a quick tap. Henderson quick taps, looks for his runners, but he's going to go himself. He's always been a greedy bugger, old Keith Henderson. Hey. So, oh, good hit there. Who was that? One of the Uawa. Noobly came in with a great hit there. Really drove back the Matakaua attack as they rumble up again. Pahuru Milne had a good game crashing up the middle there in the forward exchanges. As I'm not sure who their Tūhaka stands there to run up against there, brushes off one of the Uawa, brushes off 2 Uawa men there, stands strong in the tackle, manages to set up the ball again for his Matakaua team brethrens. As it looks like a little bit offside there, ref, but they've got the ball. Is he playing advantage? No advantage being played there. Taiapa looks to go himself again. He's done well, Taiapa. Has he got support there from Tūhaka as they're sort of driving him towards the post there. There's a good opportunity. If they can score, they'll be looking. Henderson, he's going to dummy. He's not going to pass, and he doesn't. But is he close to scoring? That's all I want to know. The ref was lying on the ground there, trying to see that play there. They still have the ball. Game over. Game over. Great game there. Good effort from Uawa to resist the Matakaua attack. 26-19. There we have it. Uawa hold on to it for another year. So all hats off to Uawa, who defended the cup stoutly this year, and will hold on to it again until they face the next challenges in 2018. So good year for Uawa. They've been able to hold it onto the Barry Cup, and a great challenge from Matakaua there, who only just a couple of simple errors that sort of really denied them the chance of sort of taking that off, and they really didn't have a chance of sort of winning after the score was going to be, even if they scored, it would have been a draw resulting in Uawa. So kia ora anō whānau, thanks for tuning in to Uawa Live, and we'll see you next year. Ka kite anō.
Too much, Richard.